Want better pay, safer streets, and a healthier life? Canada or Australia? We're breaking down the real life stuff: cost of living, healthcare, jobs, and lifestyle. You'll get facts on education, public transport, and even how easy it is to become a citizen. No fluff, just what actually matters if you're thinking of moving or comparing life abroad. By the end, you won't just know the winner, you'll know which one fits you. Let's start by talking about what hits your wallet first: cost of living. How far does your money actually go in Canada compared to Australia? When it comes to housing, Toronto's rent is roughly 19% lower than Sydney's. Even student apartments in Ottawa are slightly cheaper than similar spots in Sydney. While property in Toronto is no bargain, Sydney's median home price hovers around 1.6 million Australian dollars, making it one of the priciest places to buy. Daily costs, utilities, transport, and internet are all cheaper in Canada. A Canadian monthly transit pass costs about 79 Canadian dollars, while Aussies pay around 107 Australian dollars. Income-wise, Australians earn more and take home about 36% more disposable pay monthly. Their minimum wage is also much higher. But here's the real question: is a bigger paycheck worth the steeper bills? If saving matters more, Canada might stretch your dollar further, but Australia delivers a richer salary upfront. Now let's talk jobs, because what's a beautiful country without stable work? In terms of employment rates, Canada is sitting at 7% unemployment with only 8,800 new jobs in May and a labor participation rate around 60.8%. Wage growth is steady, but job creation is lukewarm. In contrast, Australia's unemployment is just 4.1% with 38,700 full-time roles added the same month and a participation rate of 67%. Looking at industries, Canada thrives in natural resources and tech, while Australia leans heavily into services like healthcare, education, and tourism, offering wider entry points for workers. As for immigration, both nations welcome skilled migrants. Canada's express entry is fast, but Australia gives equal rights to temps and offers clear PR pathways. So here's the question: do you prefer a tech meets resources economy or one led by services and quicker job absorption? Your ideal job match might decide for you. Alright, let's now talk about something that shapes futures: education quality. Whether you're raising a family or chasing a degree, how do Canada and Australia stack up? In schools, Canada scores high, with almost universal literacy and standout OECD test scores in math and reading. It's built for academic performance. Australia, meanwhile, values whole child learning. While that offers flexibility, reports show 43% of Aussie teens fall short in reading basics. When it comes to universities, both countries shine on the global stage. Canada holds steady with 4 schools in the top 100. Australia boasts star names like Melbourne and Sydney, but recent rankings show a noticeable dip. As for tuition, Canada offers lower and more predictable costs for international students. Australia's fees vary more, but locals benefit from loan schemes like HECS Help. So, what matters more to you? Consistent academic performance or a more student-centered experience with flexible costs? Next up, healthcare systems. Because let's face it, when things go south health-wise, where you live really matters. But which country handles it better? In Canada, everyone's covered by provincial healthcare, but the real struggle lies in the wait. On average, patients wait 30 weeks from referral to treatment, and for specialists, nearly 80 days. Emergency departments face crowding, ambulance delays, and overloaded hospitals. New immigrants? They might wait up to 3 months just for access. Australia, on the other hand, runs on Medicare. It also guarantees public health care, but with a twist: a strong private sector. Privately insured Aussies often see specialists in weeks, not months. Still, public hospitals aren't immune to long queues, and GP shortages are a growing concern. So here's a dilemma. Would you rather have universal coverage with long waits or quicker service that might come with a private price tag? Now let's turn to something that doesn't always show up in travel brochures: safety and environmental risk. Which country gives you more peace of mind? On the crime front, Canada's numbers are mostly stable but creeping upward. The National Crime Severity Index rose slightly in 2023, with violent incidents like assaults and robbery concentrated in cities like Winnipeg. Toronto, despite the rise in shootings, still ranks among the safest major cities in North America. Australia, meanwhile, reports consistently low crime, but climate data suggests rising temperatures could cause a jump in offenses over time. Nature-wise, Canada wrestles with brutal winters, snowstorms, and occasional wildfires. But Australia, it's dealing with everything from raging bushfires and floods to deadly heat waves that have claimed hundreds of lives. Damage costs are already in the billions. So, would you rather battle icy roads and snow boots, or sunburns, smoke, and rising floodwaters? Let's shift gears and talk about how life actually feels. Lifestyle and culture. Beyond numbers and salaries, what's the daily vibe like in Canada and Australia? In terms of work-life balance, Canadians clock in around 32 hours a week, one of the lowest averages in the OECD. Australians work longer, about 38 hours weekly, and 13% put in over 50 hours. However, Australia makes up for it with 4 weeks of paid leave, 10 public holidays, and a new right to disconnect law that protects personal time after hours. For outdoor lovers, both countries are nature-rich but totally different in flavor. Canada thrives on mountain hikes, snowy slopes, and deep forests. Australia, it's all sun-soaked beaches, surfing, and year-round camping. Culturally, both are diverse, but Canada's multiculturalism is baked into law. Australia embraces it too, though social experiences may vary by region. Which lifestyle pulls you more, snowy trails or sandy shores? Let's talk transportation and connectivity, because how you get around and how fast your Wi-Fi is can make or break your daily routine. So which country keeps you better connected? In Canada, cities like Vancouver and Toronto offer efficient public transit, with Vancouver's SkyTrain running on over 96% punctuality. While suburban areas still lean on cars, urban coverage is solid. A monthly pass averages 90 to 110 Canadian dollars. Intercity trains, slow and often behind schedule. Australia's network, especially in Melbourne and Sydney, is well integrated but less reliable. Regional trains like V-Line often face delays and crowding. Public transit is pricier. Weekly costs reach up to 60 Australian dollars, though Queensland's 50-cent fare program offers some relief. When it comes to tech, Canada ranks higher in broadband speed and offers better cost per Mbps. But Australia is catching up fast, with upcoming 2 Gbps NBN rollouts and major rural upgrades. So, do you prioritize reliable city travel or lightning-fast internet speeds? Finally, let's talk about something long-term: immigration and citizenship. If you're planning to settle down for good, how easy is it to become a citizen in Canada or Australia? In Canada, the process starts after 3 years as a permanent resident. Add the usual paperwork, tax records, and a citizenship test, and most people wrap things up in around 4 years. The test includes 20 questions, and you'll need a 75% to pass. Processing times average 10 to 14 months, depending on where you live. Australia's path also takes about 4 years, with at least 1 year as a permanent resident. Their Our Common Bond test is similar, and some applications get processed in just 21 days. Ceremony waits can stretch, but most wrap up within 3 months. Both passports open doors to over 185 countries, and dual citizenship is welcomed. So, are you after faster processing or broader global perks? So, where would you rather build your future? Canada's calm or Australia's energy? Whichever way you lean, the facts just made the choice a little clearer. Got opinions or surprises from the breakdown? Drop them below. Let's argue politely. And hey, if this helped, pass it on. Someone in your group chat needs it more than they know.